In this video, I'm going to talk about what to do if it feels like time is running out for you. So I know there are so many of you on my channel who are in your 30s. You are wanting to get married, you're wanting to settle down, you're probably wanting to have a family. Maybe you're in your 40s, and it's really scary for you to be at this point in life where you haven't manifested the one yet. You haven't landed in the relationship that you are all in with, and this is your partner for life, and you can start building that life with that person. I know, because I read your comments, I know you're out there and that you're feeling the pressure that time is running out. And so in this video, I want to talk about what do you do when you feel that pressure? What do you do? How do you make this reality happen for you? How do you manifest the one and truly enter into the phase of your life where you get to build your life with another person instead of the phase that perhaps you're currently in, which is still single, still not building that life with someone and wanting it to happen so bad. Before I jump in, I did put out a brand new free workbook for you. I'm going to post a picture of it right here, and you can click the link up here to get a copy of it. You can also comment 30 below, and I'll give you a copy of it. So I want to start by saying I really, really understand anyone who feels like their clock is ticking, who feels like time is running out, who feels like manifesting the one is still so far away and you were ready years ago for it to happen, okay? If you're in that camp, like, I really understand what that's like because I also was there. I talk a lot about my story. I'll link a video up here where I am talking about my process of it taking so long to manifest my husband. I was in my 40s when he came into my life. But here's what I want to say to those of you who are in this position. You can use the desire, the deep desire that you have for this reality, and even the fear you have that it might not happen, you can use that to your advantage. And here is how you use your fear that you might not manifest the one to your advantage. You let it propel you into doing everything you can to start practicing, imagining, thinking, feeling, doing the inner work to start to shift the way you see yourself so that you can feel more and more like a person who is truly cherished, adored, loved, wanted, cared for, all the things. I have some butterfly tattoos on my hand. It was my daughter's birthday recently. So if anyone's wondering what those are. How do you do that? Well, here's the thing. Sometimes, actually, I want to give you this example. My therapist told me this example, and I thought it was like so awesome. She said, you know how sometimes people don't write the paper, back to days being in school or college or high school or whatever, you don't write the paper till the night before? Well, often people are like that in relationships. Like, until the final hour, they don't really gather the inner resources to make it happen. And I was one of those people. That's why, it's not the only reason it took me so long to manifest my husband, or, I didn't feel fully ready until I was in my 40s. And part of the reason what got me ready was the fear that it might not happen. And so I have wet hair here. I just got out of the shower. I was just thinking about this. So there's a way to use the pressure as an advantage, just like you would use the pressure of having something due and you have to get it done now. I'm sorry. It's a very casual video. Having to get something done and you have the pressure of it's due tomorrow, you can use that same type of pressure in the context of manifesting. And the way I would like to see you use it is enter into a program, whether it's a course or create your own program. You don't have to follow one of mine or anyone else's. enter into a particular program that keeps you accountable and keeps you doing the work that is actually going to create movement for you. If you want to learn about one of my programs, my course I do that will teach you how to do that, or, anything, you can go on my website and browse my courses, that's fine. You can also type training below and I will get you my training where I teach you step by step exactly how to manifest the love of your life marriage. But let me talk more about this. Here's what it's going to take for you to manifest the one. Here's truly what it's going to take. It's going to take you changing the way you think about yourself so much that it starts to evoke a sense of hope and then belief and then knowing that this relationship actually is going to happen. So it's almost like we're on a spectrum when we are manifesting. We have a starting point and an end point. This end point is the end result. The end result is the version of you thinking of yourself as someone who could actually have your desire. Not only someone who can actually have your desire, you really know it's going to happen. And most people have to travel along this spectrum to go from really being scared that it's not going to happen, doing the inner work, which is manifesting techniques, to arrive into the place where you're like, yeah, I believe I'm meant to be married and have a family. That's my identity. That's who I am. That's what I'm here for in this lifetime. The way you get from here to here is doing manifesting techniques that work. What are manifesting techniques that work? In my opinion, they are manifesting techniques that help you feel that you are in the relationship now, that help you feel like you are a beautiful, amazing person who deserves love, that help you feel like, yes, this is going to happen for you. Manifesting techniques are a way to use your imagination to transport yourself just for moments at a time into pretending like you already have your desire. And the way that is helping you is it's every time you do a manifesting technique that actually makes you feel like I am loved, I'm cherished, I'm a beautiful woman, I'm taken care of, I have my family, I have my home, whatever the things are. Every time you do a manifesting technique that makes you feel that way, you are moment by moment, shift by shift, technique by technique, changing yourself. And what you want to do as a manifester is to move from the self that predominantly feels single, feels like you're not going to have love, feels like it's like you're running out of time, to the self who feels like this is who I am. I'm someone who's meant to be married. It will happen for me. I am someone who's meant to find the love of my life. This is my destiny. Okay. So in talking about my own process of manifesting my husband, and I already mentioned it, but if you really want to know the detailed process of how I manifested him, definitely type training below. I'll get you that training and you can it's a 90-minute training where I talk about the exact story of what happened in manifesting him. When I manifested him, I knew in the weeks and months leading up to manifesting him, I knew my work was to let my imagination, use my imagination is a better way to say it, because I was intentionally using my imagination to feel absolutely loved and cherished, to feel the ring on my finger, to feel myself in a committed relationship, to feel myself even as a mother, to feel myself as having a family rooting down. There's so many ways to do this. You can write pretend love letters to yourself from your future husband. You can say affirmations that actually make you feel like you have your desire. You can lay down in your bed and wrap your arms around yourself, which if you've taken any of my courses, that's one of my favorite techniques, and do some sort of imaginal act or guided meditation that actually makes you feel like your love is here now. Every little thing that you do matters. Because just like going to the gym and creating a consistent practice of showing up, and it starts to change your body, it's the same thing with doing manifesting techniques that work. If you consistently show up to techniques that actually work, you're going to change yourself. And, I'll just say a little piece here. A lot of people feel put off when I talk about my courses and this and that. And I get that. Like maybe you just, I don't know, maybe it feels like I'm selling to you or whatever. But I have to tell you that underneath me having a business where I sell manifesting courses, underneath that, there's a reason that courses actually work. And it's because it's a process that you follow and you stick to. It's like a day-by-day process of here's what to do. That's where people get lost. They lose momentum. It's like just like hiring a trainer at the gym. You hire someone who says, okay, here's your protocol. Do it. Like now you don't have to figure out what to do. Here's what to do. Now your job is to do it. And so I'm just saying that I don't care if you buy a course or not. You don't have to. You never have to. You can use my free content. But the purpose of any course that I have is to give you a protocol. That's why they all come with workbooks. That's why they all come with like a sequential, like here's how to do it step by step. So I'm just going to say that little piece. But just remember that your job, if you feel like time is running out, your job is to do the work. Technique by technique, moment by moment. Go all in. Let that pressure of it's now or never, let that pressure push you in to actually making it happen. Just like those of us who waited the night before to write the paper, which I loved when my therapist said that last week. It's the same thing. Let the pressure help you actually do the work. And if you do, you are going to see results. Okay. For those of you who want to learn about the behind the scenes process of exactly what happened when I manifested my husband, meaning like the details of the bridge of incidents, watch this video next, and I'll see you soon.